Yeah, today is Slav. Let's go. Mm. I will. We will try to. I think that the Slav is one of the best here. One of the best openings. It's very serious and very concrete.
Mm-hmm.
It's solid. It's not that simple because it maybe looks. Let's say I will just do some moves. This is called, by the way, slow Slav. And okay, if you play e6, it's a reverse call it, by the way.
Yeah. I see.
However, it's not that simple here because after bishop g5, you enter the infamous world of the Botvinnik variation. We are not playing like this. This. If you play e6, it's called semi-Slav.
Yeah.
If he goes e3, it's called Meran. That this is more similar to the call. But this bishop g5, for example, this is the if you play this, you call Cambridge Springs variation. But if you take the pawn and you enter these wild complications,
Yeah, I've seen this on some video. Yeah.
this is they call the Botvinnik system. It's very theoretical. Okay, it's very complicated.
Yeah.
It's solid.
But I
It's
think, yeah, you got some crazy lines there with a4 takes and sacrificing a knight or something. I've seen,
yes,
I've seen
yes,
this with a lesson with also like a good Dutch player. He's like, yeah, yeah, he has no hair. So wait, let me see. I can maybe come on his
It
name.
says because I know what you are talking. You're talking about the not boom. It's a place from the Netherlands, not the boom.
No, it's from wait. Let me
Because
see.
this pawn triangle, it's not boom opening, and it's very much used for Dutch players.
Yeah, Ivan Sokolov it is. He plays a lot of
Ivan
this.
he's Bosnian. Yeah, he's Bosnian.
Bosnian, but now he's
Yeah.
from the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the top players a few years ago, Ivan Sokolov.
Yeah.
Well, but all these crazy variations, even this notebook is very interesting, by the way. You know, the notebook. Also is, but again, you need to study a lot because here is this is called Marshall Gambit. You need to study. You win a pawn here, but the position is very, very complicated. You win a pawn, but you have this bishop here, so it's complicated. And the typical notebook, say he doesn't go for this. He goes like this. This is the typical nose. No, also the notebook is kind of a mess. So we skip all the mess. We go for traditional old style.
Yeah.
That is very used. Well, there are many players that use the Slav. All the world champions, whatever. But one of the greatest experts is also a Dutch player, Lamy, Erwin Lamy.
Yeah.
So okay, let's go for it. This position, you can also, let's say, if whatever he delays it. Okay, the bad part of d4 is that you need to study. We need to study all the London, the code, all this stuff. We're going to devote late maybe a chapter because, well, after it's not that he's totally obliged to play c4. He can go for the London. He can go for you said the call. This knight c3, many names. Beresov, Zobaba. In my days, it was called Beresov. Now it's for some Zobaba, London, or whatever. So we are in one moment. We need to devote time from this, let's say, secondary lines. But now, for example, the London is not that secondary.
Yeah.
It's e3, well, all other stuff. But okay, let's start from, let's say, c4.
Yes.
The Slav have Okay, one important good thing about the Slav, it's kind of universal. You can play Slav even against the English. You go for Slav. Against something like the Reti, you can go for some Slav positions here also. So it's a good. Against E4, of course, it's not working, but it's mostly working against any other setup. Even let's say if your opponent play B3, however, you can put some Slav, put the bishop in E5, E6, and this is more or less the principle of the Slav. It's very similar to the London. It's previous to the London. So the London is an attempt to play the Slav a tempo extra. So
Yeah.
Slav is the real deal. It's the original thing.
Yeah. So normally after this I play like this, but you consider to play directly this, right?
Well, but and what do you play? Let's say after C4, because you can play C6 here and you go.
Yeah. So normally I do E6, but yeah, then I can play like C6.
Yeah, if you want Slav, it's C6, and you get the Slav without problem whatsoever. Of course, here also he can play the Trompovsky.
Yeah.
There are many knight C3 here, so
maybe
my recommendation.
G3 is not so nice, but if he plays the London, I most of the time play like a Grunfeld.
Okay. In my humble opinion, to tackle all, I think this is the Zobava London. I think this is very dangerous against this setup. Well, you need to play D5, by the way.
D5, yes. So D5 right now.
That's this way. You need to stop E4 if not disappear.
Yeah, but move 2 is D5 for me. So.
So if
he goes here, I just D5 and then.
Okay, in my humble opinion, the best way to tackle all this anti-simple stuff, I like D5 in one go.
Yeah.
I want to keep my knight here. What's the point? For example, okay, now just a little introduction, then we go for the Slav. I guess, for example, the London, my knight here is well better. I really like this line that it's played by Bluebaum, the German player.
Yeah.
C5. And you keep the knight here. What's the difference? This is our theory. You see, they opponent put the typical London setup, but now I can play F6 and this push. So the knight in E7, and you see, it's kind of the same thing that we play in the Queen's Gambit. This constructor. We want to go. This is, by the way, this is the Carlsbad pawn. If you note it, it's the same Carlsbad pawn structure. So we want to play, for example, let's say our opponent doesn't know how to play this. I don't know. We are starting to win a piece here, and this is almost lost for white.
Yeah, it looks horrible. Yes.
Yes. So many London players doesn't know how to play it. By the way, it's not that simple. It's
maybe.
Or it's almost here. Not to be worse, but this is equal. What's worse?
If you go here, then what?
Sorry.
But you then can push to win a piece, right?
Yeah, but if I push, it's this move. But okay, you need to know. By the way, the correct move works is like whenever you see the castle, white take. And now and this is the only. I cannot take a piece because you see I'm just in time. If I take, you take, and it's kind of a mess. Mess here. I don't know. But here, if
he takes, I take. If he takes, I take.
Hanging. Yeah, this will remain hanging. That's the problem. Yeah. Let me remember the theory here. E4. Maybe C5 in one go. Yeah, this is now C5 in one go. Now it's working. This is not hanging.
Yeah, but still a take here and your pawn maybe up.
No, but this, let me put the evil word. This is okay. You see, black white is a little bit better. Because see that there is, I can play this. Oh, this is defended. Or maybe maybe d5. No, okay, h1. Okay, this.
Or maybe just play this first and then d5.
But I'm kind of afraid of some kind of an attack here, something like this, and rook h1.
Yeah.
The theory, I don't even, we can see this because it's very line good, a beautiful line. But c4, you see here, I will c4 is kind of the only move you see in the lines here in the computer. Everything is minus except c4. So your opponent really needs to know that to play c4 here. If not, it's inferior. This is horrible.
Yeah.
You see, even it's minus a few, but in real life, this is in practical play. You see, the best move is something like bishop b1. It's a horrible move.
Yeah.
So this is very good, but that's what I prefer against London, to have my knight in e7. If it's possible. But okay, let's assume that we start in this fashion.
Yes.
And by the way, against this we have this c5 move that is very good. So there are some, keeping the knight there have some perks. Okay, but let's go for the Slav first, because of the Grunfeld you need to be very, very careful, and there are zillions of variants, so it's not an easy opening to learn. So we go for the anti-Slavs or Londons or this stuff. Zuckertor, Cole, all these ideas we go later. Let's go for the main Slav. The Slav can be divided in 4 major branches. One of them is to take here, is the change Slav, and this is kind of one of its kind. It's very unique. Yeah, it's different than we are going to play like the others. The others are more or less, we play the same. But this, if he takes this position, we don't play as usual, let's say.
Yeah.
The other branch, we're going one by one later, right? Introducing all of them. The other line, it's whenever our opponent plays e3 with the bishop here. These lines I'll call slow Slav.
Yeah.
Well, and in all these cases, we always, in all other lines except the exchange Slav, we develop our bishop to f5. This is the London, let's say. And we have this pawn configuration. This is our general approach. If we achieve this pawn triangle with the bishop on e5, we are safe. We are not going to, anything wrong is going to happen. Very solid. Of course, we need to understand how we play in this position, but it's okay. So the exchange Slav, the slow Slav. If he does not play e3, he develops the knight. This is the classical Slav. In this case, we cannot. This is very important. So you need to pay attention, because this is very, very important if you mix up things. In this variation, you cannot play bishop f5. This is a bad move. Why is that? Because he takes queen b3, and there is pressure against these two.
Yeah.
If you try to defend it, you have this trick. And if you take this check first, so you end up losing a pawn. No? So the best move here is to go back with this white side. It's not the one we want. Of course, we cannot play queen d7 because we lose here, and we cannot play queen d7 because knight e5 and we're almost resigning.
Yeah.
So in this case, as we cannot play bishop f5 and we really want to put the bishop in f5, okay, we can play e6 and we transpose to a semi-Slav. But the classical Slav is to take here. This is the main idea. Now we are threatening to defend our pawn with b5. So even if this gambit is playable, I don't really believe it. It's a pawn down. We are going to tackle these positions, but in general we don't care much. It's not. You need to know one or two things of how to play this position, but this is our best. You see, even the computer thinks that black is a little bit better. Some play, if you play Sicilian, some player plays the Mora gambit. It's not quite correct, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, I know.
So this is called.
In Sicilian, I get a lot of Mora gambits.
Okay, you know it's not quite correct, but in practice it's dangerous. Same with this gambit. Maybe it's not correct, but it's dangerous. So you need to know how to tackle it.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. You are going to solve it. After this, by far the most played move is a4, stopping this d5. Yeah. And now we are very happy to put the bishop in f5. And this is the initial position, stopping e4. This is the tabia, the main position of the classical Slav. Okay, there are two moves here, knight e5 and e3. e3, let's say this is my most played, but to regain the pawn, we just let him, and we end up in this pawn structure. This is typical from the Slav. It's very similar to the Karokant and the Scandinavian. See the two pawns here. In the Scandinavian and Karokant, the pawn is there. It's a C pawn, not an E pawn. This is the main difference. But on the bright side, we force this a4 move. So we are very happy to use the b4 square. He has not a3. The bishop is very well placed here. And okay, the play goes around if he can play e4 or not. I will tell you some strategical ideas here. You don't need theory to play this. So it's just understanding.
Yeah.
And finally, the fourth branch is when in this position, or let's say also in this position they play g3, in this position they play g3, even in this position they play g3. So all the g3, the fianchetto lines, let's say more Catalan style. Okay, so these are the four branches. The Catalan is not, it's kind of more in high level, of course, not in let's say club level.
I see people play Catalan like pretty fast, like G3, I would say.
Yeah, but against the Slav, the Catalan is very popular against this move, this Catalan. What's the difference in the Slav?
I mean,
because here the main point, let's play some Catalan moves. The main point of this bishop is better than this bishop. This is the main point of the Catalan.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is typical Catalan moves. This is the Catalan. Well, in the Slav move order, we can play bishop f5. That this is our move, by the way, now. And you see, it's not exactly a Catalan, so it's not called Catalan. Even if it shares some ideas, it's I don't know, it's kind of a mix of a Reti opening and Slav and Catalan.
But for example, if they played e3 in some points first, You never go to g4.
No, you never mix e3 and g3. This is too the main point of the Catalan is that to keep the pawn on e2 because it defends the dark square, the light square. Sorry. So here, here the most played line is trying to go for the here bishop e7. Is go for this endgame. This is the main Catalan idea. This endgame that you will, if you play this, you will have at this endgame a lot. But it's not dangerous for us. It's just you need to know how to play.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's start. But these G3 lines, as I told you, are maybe more GM stuff or something like that. Because you need to be very subtle. There are many subtle ideas. So, okay, let's start with the most basic and in my opinion, the line that you are going to face a lot more. That this is the exchange. As I told you, the Slav is a very solid defense. That it's not like, I don't know, a Sicilian or even the Grunfeld. There are a lot of imbalance on the position get sharps. Slav is solid. As his cousin, her cousin, the Caracal, are solid openings. It's not that you are going to have wild positions. So you need to have patience when you play the Slav. Okay, now this is a symmetrical pawn structure, so in general, we're kind of okay. And we're going to play a system that, again, you don't need to study.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Let me show you. By the way, very important that you start this position using the f9. You don't touch the b8, the b8 knight. By the way, here he has this e4 move. So I don't know if it's good or if it's bad, but we don't want to study even another line. So we stop it. We start with this knight.
Yeah.
And now he has two approaches to delay the knight development and play bishop f4. By the way, bishop g5 is a bad move. In the Slav, the bishop never goes to g5. Because this is not a pin. You can play like this again. And this can become very dangerous. Let me show you. For example, this position. It looks nothing is happening, but now you have this typical g5 stuff, and you know the drill about the bishop.
Yeah.
You need to play h4. So bishop d5 is also always bad. You forgot about bishop d5. It's a bad move. Okay, so let's go for one of the main lines. We developed the 4 knights. This is a rule of thumb. You develop the knight when you see that your opponent developed his knight, this kingside knight. When he play knight f3, then you play knight d6. If he goes bishop f4, that is the other main line, we don't. We just develop this when this is developed. I will explain why later. Let's go for this. And okay, here are 3 main moves: a6, bishop f5, and e6. You're going for this e6 line. I know it looks kind of passive, but I will explain.
Yeah. But for example, if he goes like knight b5, just
you need to do something. Maybe go back or this bishop. But all these are quite sad situations. No? And then queen h5 is coming.
Yeah. Okay.
No, and let's say he plays some kind of C, but this is no more a fork.
Yeah,
So
but you still need to move your rook, right? And then.
Yeah, but I think that this is almost losing. Half this e5, he can resign here.
Yeah. Okay.
Neglecting development like this it's mostly that you're going to lose. In this opening, you need to try to develop fast. You can. This is kind of too much. So e3 is the only move here in this position. Let's say, okay, he can play, I don't know, h3, but it doesn't make much sense. So e3 is the move just because you want to develop. Again, remember this, never be afraid of because of the check.
Yeah, okay.
So e3. And now it's our important thing of our setup. Again, you don't need to remember much here. It's just about understanding. Go bishop d6.
Yeah. And now you have to trade up. That was what I learned with
The
white.
best move is bishop g5. But let's see how it goes. This is, again, we are not going to see moves here. Because, okay, the position is not sharp. You don't need to remember the first line. Just understand what's going on. Let's say take, castle, and the bishop in d7. Now, let's say classical assessment of this position. You will say that this bishop is better than this bishop because the pawns are in different color from the. This is the so-called good bishop. However, let me tell you that this bishop only looks better than this bishop. It's by no means better than this bishop. It's just, I don't know, looks better. It's in real life it's not better because what is the point? What is this bishop doing? In general, want to have some initiative in the king side. This is not going to happen. And this bishop, let me show you for example. Remember, always we use the f1 rook, you put it in c8, not the other one, this one. Because all the game is going to be in the queen side. Nothing. Okay, this part of the board.
So you never go for maybe rook a1 and a break or something?
No. We go for the f rook. See, this king side is kind of frozen.
Okay.
Nothing is going to happen there. So we are playing in this part of the board, and we need the rook here because maybe we're going to play a6 b5, and the rook is very well placed there. Also, we prepare the e8 square for our bishop. For example, by the way, to show you that how useful is this bishop. As we saw in this mini Quatrocian game, there are similar pawn structures without these two pawns. And we are saying that these are the two good squares for black, this for you.
Yes.
It's kind of the same. So this is our vulnerable square and this is his vulnerable square. So for example, see how useful is this bishop. Let's say he wants to go for c5, we have this terrible trick. And the bishop in d7 is a very good piece, very active because it's in the correct side of the board. This is pointing toward the frozen, let's say, part of the board, the king side. So our plan here, let's say he plays whatever. Our plan is to plant a knight there. Let's say something like this. Plant a knight there. Whenever he plays this, we go to e8. Okay, we put the knight, then we push the pawns. We play always on the queen side. I know we don't have advantage, but this is not the point of playing black. We have just a position that we are not inferior. It's equal, but equal with black, it's optimal.
Okay.
It's very difficult to play an opening which is advantage from black. So we are very happy in these positions.
Good.
So this is our main plan. We can start even, let's say, I guess the best move here is a6 first, because this is not possible because of the trick. And something like this, and we play a5, and we are ready to do this maneuver. So this is how we play. When this bishop is dangerous, let's say I can play knight. Let's say I can play knight e5 without blundering the pawn. Let's pretend.
Yeah.
And now f4, and now this bishop is good. Why? With the pawn in f4, I can perform the call or blunder or whatever attack. And the king side is not frozen. That's the point.
Yeah.
The bishop is very dangerous in this diagonal. However, in this position, the bishop is not doing much. I prefer this bishop, by the way, because the game is going to develop in the king side, in the queen side. Sorry. Okay. Let's finish this variation. So, if he takes, also if you go to g3, we can take, and remember we don't want to allow a knight here, so queen d6.
Okay.
And after this, we can play h6 to avoid traps. And let's say if he castle, we castle, and same position as ever with the pawn, double pawn.
And if he never castles, then
exactly, that's the point. If he delays, let's say he plays rook c1. Okay, we have useful move.
So you never castles if you don't castle.
This is the safe approach. I myself, I don't care about castling, but it's up to you. For example, what useful move have white instead of castling? Let's say a3. I don't know.
Yeah, just go also a3 and like b4 maybe.
Okay, let's say a3. I myself, I don't care about castling. I don't fear this fight because I'm going to play e5 next one. How you continue? For example, you cannot play g4, so we could just blunder the pawn. Your only way to attack is to play g5 one day. But it's not that simple. For example, rook h4. This was played against me. I played, by the way, I played this line, this Slav in general, since I don't know, since I was 10 years old. So I know all the tricks. So this was a very good choice because I can explain in depth the Slav in general. So many people play like this just to push there, but now I can play simply e5. If I even don't care about this. I don't think it's dangerous. The computer just plays rook c8 and doesn't care. It looks weird. Now I can play e5, for example, and I think that I don't think that this is a serious attempt mainly with a rook in h4, the pawn on g4. It looks kind of silly. So even computer said we are better, but still, if you don't want to be attacked, you can also play a6. You can also wait. But after this kind of stupid moves, waiting, I just would castle without fear.
Yes. Okay.
It's not about this rook h4. There is no way to keep trying to attack.
But then, if they do something silly like this, then you strike in the center, right?
Yeah, we have this e5. Of course, I don't want to. Let's say he castle. I don't want to play e5 because it's not a bad move. But okay, we have the isolated queen pawn. Computer said it's kind of equal, but structurally, I don't like it. I like it when you have a pawn on g4 and a rook on h4. I love it.
Yeah. But
if he plays more normal, here in this position, I prefer just our usual stuff. I'm play this idea, the usual stuff.
Yes.
e5 is too committal. Same for him. e4 is playable, but he will be stuck with this d pawn that is will be weak forever. So we're never afraid of this exchange. So the best move is bishop g5. And now we have kind of an equalizing operation. To play h6. We ask the question to the bishop. So here, and we play bishop e7. It looks silly, but it's the best move. And now the only interesting move is bishop d3 because we want to finish develop. And this is the only thing in this particular operation that you need to remember. This knight e4 move. This is instant equalizer. If he takes here, we take this bishop, and we are very happy. If he goes here, okay, we can take with equality, but this is also interesting because you see the knight is kind of trapped.
Yeah.
He can he wants to play g3 and maybe sacrificing the pawn. I will sacrifice the pawn, but see, we have compensation. This is kind of the ambitious way. If you don't want to take risk, we just take here, and it's equal. Also, he takes with the knight, we take the bishop. And we are very happy. So the only serious move is to take the bishop. And now we take here first. If he takes our queen, we take, and this is 0, 0, 0. So you can never lose this F. This is very equalish.
But for example, if he just moves his bishop, then you got the bishop pair, right?
If he...
Yeah, so here, you take here, and then move...
If you move the bishop, we take the pawn.
Yeah, okay.
And we are a pawn up. So the only move is to take with one of those.
Yeah, okay.
After this, we are just a pawn up, and the knight escapes. Yeah. And a pawn is a pawn.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is totally equal. I know it's kind of boring, but okay. The exchange Slav is boring. And the other option, take here, take with the knight. Remember, take with the knight. And what's after this position? Remember, all we saw against the Slav, we have the c3 backward pawn.
Okay.
We are not better because he can play c4 at any time. But even there, we play b6. And we have these kind of positions. Why I think black is better here? Because we have these 2 against 1. Every endgame we're better because we're going to have a very easy pass pawn here.
Yeah, of course.
So only possible solution for white is to, let's say, to have an initiative in the king side, but it's very, very behind to do that. We are let's say we're just ready to go. I don't know what let's say. We're ready to go and exchange all the pieces. Also, this idea is interesting. I don't think that white has nothing here as a kind of an attack. I don't think so. And if we just manage to exchange the pieces, we can also park a knight and f6 and no attack whatsoever. When we trade pieces, the endgame, all the endgame is good for us.
Yeah.
So this is a very nice position for us. Here is one of the few options that we have to really can play for a win. Because the other endgame, I don't think that we have. So that's this other endgame. This is way too equal. You see 0. The computer is 0, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah.
However, if you are a better player, you can try it. But okay, again, the Slav is kind of a safe opening in general. It's not that we are going to find sharp lines or whatever. It's safe. So this is all you need to know in this particular variation. But now the important part. Why do I say that we, as a rule of thumb, we only develop the b8 bishop when you develop the f3 bishop? This is important.
You mean knight? Sorry.
Remember, if he plays bishop f4, we don't develop this. Remember what I told you. We only develop the b8 bishop when he develops the f3 bishop. So now this is not a good move, and I will tell you why. Well, it's not a bad move also, but it's not a good move for our plan. Okay. Let's say he goes here and he delays the development of this, and let's say we do the same, and now because he did not develop the knight, he has f4. And after this, remember what I told you about this bishop?
Yeah.
Now this bishop is a dangerous piece because of the he's pointing there, and white is going to play in the king side.
Yes.
So what is our solution?
So also this is kind of a trick if you play with white. If he
Yes.
does this. Okay.
Yes, it's a trick. By the way, here you need to play a6. This is, but okay, this is another variation. So we play e6. We kind of leave that there. If he plays knight f3, we play knight c6 and we transpose to what. Of course, I will send you the file, so don't worry now. Try to remember.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Just to remember that it's winter here. Sorry, and it was very cold last night.
Yeah.
So this is we transpose to what we saw earlier, recently. So let's say e3, and now the only thing you need to remember is if the knight is here, my knight is here. So we don't play knight c6, we play bishop d6. We play exactly the same, but with those two here. And you can tell me, okay, but it's the same. I can go here, and f4. And the answer is yes, white can do this. But I castle, let's say he develops. And now the point of keeping the knight here, we play b6. And this move is coming, exchanging the dangerous bishop. That's why we kept it in b8, to support the a6 square.
Yeah.
Let's say he developed this, and we are, even computers say we are better, but I think it's too much. But I really like the pawn on f4 without this bishop is bad, because the e3 pawn is weak. No. Let's say, I don't know, something like this, and yeah, I don't know if we are better. A very nice plan in this position is to play this knight on d3 to have power against this e4 weak square. For example, this move, and this is the evolution. Let's say he plays whatever. We want to put the knight there and do this. Say, I don't know. If we achieve this, we are much better. If have this horrible, it's kind of a stone wall.
Yeah, some way, yeah.
Yeah, some also you can use this square to plus e3. We are better. In this particular, if you achieve this setup, you are a lot better. Not a little bit better, you are a lot better. So, this is the main plan. If he goes knight f3 instead of f4, we go knight c6 and we transpose again to what we saw earlier. And there is one final trick. Let's say he goes here. Okay, we cut. He goes f4, we go b6, and instead of knight e3, we go this stopping bishop a6. Okay, this, as in many French defense, we go a5 to support the bishop.
Yeah, just
we insist. We
insist. If he for some reason just plays like knight b5 just to block.
Yeah, in this case, this is a bad move because we have this check that is very annoying.
Yeah.
But let's say he prepares a little. And again, if we play b6, we take this knight. And again, we have this check and we are better. But let's say we don't have the check for any reason. Let's just play any. This check is very annoying because he cannot block with the queen because this is hanging. You need to just move the king. And, well, not there because the knight is here. So see, this is kind of very bad for white. But let's pretend that we don't have the check. Let's play whatever. Even here we are better, because the two knights are way better than this. This is totally overextended for him. Let's say he castles. Okay, we go for the same stuff. This is dangerous if he have time to build the attack. Now we are way faster than him. This position is better. We have access to this. We have, again, it's a very good stumble.
Yes.
A very good version of stumble. The attack, let's say, the so-called attack, he needs hundreds of times. So he will just be in the defensive side in this kind of position. So this is all you need to know. Very important to remember. The most important thing to remember is that these two knight rules. if he doesn't develop this one, then we just take. If whenever we saw knight f3, we play knight c6 to stop knight e5. And okay, then we are happy. I in the fact I will send you many games of there are two players that play this a lot. I don't know if you know him. Both are Russians. DM Dreyev with two E's, Dreyev. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dreeev, Dreyev. And yeah, they are both top players. This Dreyev and Malachov.
Yeah, I know that one.
Matlachov. I also know the Russian names.
Yeah.
It's, okay, these two are 2700 ELO, so classical. So they are top players, and they play this position a lot with black. So these are kind of our model games, and they never lose a game in this position. So it is totally equal. Of course, they drew a lot. It's not easy to win with both colors.
Yeah.
But this position is very, very solid. Remember, you go for this plan. Maybe you put the knight here, the bishop there, a6, b5, a6, a5, try to put the knight on c4. The rook always goes here. Oh, by the way, the first move is to put the rook in this open file. And you see that the position is not that much, but he's kind of struggling to go to c5. So we are a little bit faster to go to c4. Still is equal, but okay. You can test your chances here. Okay, this is all you need to know about the exchange stuff. It's not that big, as you can see. It's just remember a few things. Yes. Not that impressive. There are many ways to play, as we saw yesterday. This is kind of the other main line, but this you need to study a lot. This e6 move, it's very simple to play, so I prefer this, not long lines. Okay, finish the exchange lab. Let's go to this. Finishing the exchange lab. We go for the slow slab. The slow slab is when they put the pawn on e3. There are two ways to enter the slow slab, depending on which knight he develops. If you go knight c3 in this way, this is one slow slab. It's not x, and we play bishop f5. If we go with this knight, it's always also we play the same stuff, but it's a little bit different. Let's begin with the knight c3 move. Now, in this position, he can play knight f3, e6, and this is the main slow slab.
Yeah.
But in this particular move over there, he has one, let's say, one idea here. The idea is to take first and play queen b3. And again, he do the same stuff. However, we have a very nice pawn sacrifice in this position. That is very, very good. We just sacrifice this pawn. Of course, he needs to take it. Nothing made sense. And bishop d7. We're threatening rook b8. So this is his only move. Rook b8. Only move queen e1, e5. And we have a lot of compensation in this position. A lot. What's the point? Okay, we have the center. The rook here is very active. It's very difficult for him to develop the bishop. I will try to give you kind of a general aspect without variations. Let's say knight f3 is the most played move here, and we play bishop d6. We are trying to play e5 here. If we go something like this, e5, and we are a lot better in this position.
Yeah. Okay.
h5 we can play, and we have he cannot castle because of the typical sacrifice here. You kind of see some call stuff again.
Yeah.
But even with a lot of pressure, very difficult to play here with white. Very difficult. Remember here this h. Also here we have compensation, but this h5 is very annoying for him.
Yeah, because he cannot castle like long very soon.
Long for sure he cannot, and short is danger. But short maybe is losing here because
yeah. Oh, it's already losing.
Yeah.
So if he takes,
he can play. Yeah, the typical stuff. Yeah.
But if he just, if he takes, then
I
take,
the
and then this.
Queen h4 and resign.
Yeah.
And if you go back again, it's impossible to stop. So they used to take here instead of bishop e2. They used to take. And now let's say we are threatening. This is winning for the queen is trapped.
Yeah.
So they used to play bishop e2. And in this position we take and queen c7. Okay, this is kind of the main position of this variation. You just remember that this pawn in d5 is always taboo. It's not. It's almost ever it's a bad idea to take. Let's, for example, see if he takes now. We take, and this check, and okay, he cannot block with the bishop because this is hanging. He cannot block with the queen because bishop f4. So he needs to move the king. And this position, even the computer says is equal. It's a nightmare for white. It's very difficult to play this. The computer is equalizing in some way, but a human cannot. It's very difficult with king. The position is so open, and all your pieces are in its initial square. We are feathering check, rook d1, bishop e5 here. Again, this bishop is. You will never develop this bishop because of the rook. It's very difficult. So they never take there, and why we play queen c7 to stop castling. No? So he need to waste the tempo for castle.
Yeah.
Castle, and this rook d8 move, very important. And this is kind of many times this position was played.
So you cannot take on d5, right?
I will show you.
Okay.
I will show you. It's almost never a good idea to take. Let's, for example, see this, and you see the equal bar.
Yeah, now I can see. Yes.
Check, and he can resign. Here the best move is queen e2, and let's say, well, let's just play. And always we do the same. We go the check, and we put the bishop here.
But if like wait a second. Oh no, you cannot. I was thinking, if knight takes, and then bishop takes.
Yes, this is not that bad, but you lose an exchange. Here. Only move here, and the rook is trapped.
Yeah, for some reason it says it's just fine, but
yes, because it says okay. I play with exchange now, but the computer is going to defend this. But you're on exchange down. No,
yeah. So like a piece and 2 pawns for rook, right?
Yes, a piece and 2 pawns, but. In a practical game, how do you? After this move, for example, let's say if you take, you are almost losing here. You need to play very well this position.
Yeah, okay.
It's not easy. In other situation, I will say that 2 pawns and a piece are enough, but there are too many open files. Let's say something like this. Also, it's something. Well, this is made. No?
Yeah.
There is kind of only move this bishop d2 that is not easy at all to play.
Yeah, to
So
maybe go to a5.
yeah, yes, exactly. But it's not an easy move. And okay, but the most important thing that is very difficult. Let's say any other move. Let's say, well, this is quite dangerous for white. And by the way, okay, we are black, so, and losing here is very difficult. Maybe we cannot win,
But after this,
sure we are not.
yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
queen
wait,
is a
okay,
move.
this is the threat. We just remove the queen, and now it's the same position, but the bishop is here instead of here. This is the small difference, and he can park the bishop in t3 and defend b2. Still, I think that black is better, maybe, or have more winning chances, in my opinion.
Yeah, for example, if he just goes here and you go there, and yeah,
I think
he moves.
You need to be a computer a computer to play this.
You can even like take here and this and this.
Yeah. This is winning. By the way, this is winning.
Yeah.
This is because we have after you have the.
Yeah.
We win the pawn and we win the game. The rook in open position. The rook in open position is with 5 is way better than the bishop. Exchange sacrifice are good when the position is closed. If there are many open files, it's difficult.
Yeah.
So in general, taking the pawn, remember to put the rook in d8. Just to get it. Let's just go something like this. Always this check is important because the final destination is e5. We can go e5 in one way, but it's a good idea to put the king in h1. Is a bad square, and now it's the best. And you see we have a lot of pressure. According to computer, this is equal, but okay. I think it's difficult for white to play. Not simple to find moves here. For example, I will give you why this is a good idea to put them a4, let's say, or I don't know, rook d1, normal move. We put the bishop here, and you see if they go there, we threaten the knight and we threaten the bishop h3. So if he defends, we just recover the pawn. And okay, I would say in the files you will see this, but conceptually this pawn sacrifice is very, very good for it. That's very easy. Another way to play, just to see how dynamic this can be. Let's say he takes and he doesn't go for knight f3. He goes for knight e2, for example. So, and now we put, instead, if the knight is not there, we put the bishop in c5 in this case. And what will be our plan? To play knight a4, rook b6, and pass the. We can start this, and it's a terrible attack here. Very dangerous, very. But I mean very, very, very dangerous.
Okay. So yeah, now okay. So f4, f3.
F4, yeah, but these are sad moves to make, no? And we are a pawn behind, but it's not that important. Maybe now the point. See the knight, the bishop is horrible. We have very nice squares.
Yeah. Also like a quick attack.
Still we have the attack. If not, but even yes, still we have the attack. But even if I don't want to play for an attack, you see the bishop is totally out of play.
Yeah,
control.
but needs to be kept here, because if he plays something like this, or that's not possible.
Yeah,
but
yes, they have no squares. Yeah, the e3 very bad pawn structure. I can go for rook h6, but also I can play rook e8 and play in the center. Also this knight d6, knight e4.
Yeah.
Computer says equal, but the position is very good for us. So the only in the files you will see all the best computer moves. But let's say you don't care. um, even there, the main idea, if the knights go to, let's say he start this now, this totally the idea is to play knight f3. Then we put here and we transpose to the other land. And if he put the knights in e2 to go there with the bishop there, we put it in c5 to we don't want it in d6 because we want space for the rook lift. And it's all you need to know. By the way, this gambit doesn't occur too much. It's even in GM circles, it's established that white have no advantage in this line. So and in club game they don't know it. So
Yeah. But also they need to move here exactly. Some people might move here, or you know.
Oh, we are going. Yeah, we are going to see this queen b3.
And then you can go knight here. That's the point, right?
Okay. You can play the moves because if I go here.
Yeah. So like the
queen b3.
Queen b3 you meant. Then this. They go back. If they play here, then this, right?
Yes. This is this is we still rook b8. We want to play here. Now this is a threat. This is almost losing. White have to play very, very well in this position, but not to be, for example, just.
But if you go here, how do you defend this then? Oh, you can go back.
We need to still defend. And what's the point? I will really, if I play here, I will be winning, but you have the check. So that's why I want the rook on b8.
Okay.
So rook b8 prepares this.
Yeah, so
now this is a real threat. Real threat.
Rook b8 first. Okay.
Yes. Rook b8. This. How do you you play whatever?
If we
this is almost winning. You see that now only move and bishop f5.
So now you need to play something like.
I really don't know what to play here. It looks lost. Computer finds knight e5, kind of defending, but.
Yeah, knight e5 to play like knight c6.
Yeah, with this idea to recover the shells, I guess. But okay, this cannot be good by any means. This is the idea. We are a piece up, but this is if our knight survives,
but
white is
it says just queen trade, and after you trade, then you get back, right?
Yeah, I go back and I'm a piece up.
Yeah,
so
but
he cannot do that. The only thing that he can try is to capture this.
Yeah, but it says check with queen.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Computer says it's just plus 0 points, so there must be a way. Apparently this is the way, but again, very difficult to come up with all of this stuff. So, and by the way, knight e5 is also a difficult move. So I guess the best move here is bishop b5, if I'm not mistaken. This is the best move. And after this, again we threaten. And now knight a5, and again the position is very suspicious for him. Only move is queen f1. And okay, of course we have compensation here for the pawn. Maybe we are not winning, but we have compensation. We can draw, I guess, if you want. We have a draw here. But we are not. We don't want the draw. I will play e6 and just develop, and the king here is very bad placed and no coordination whatsoever. No draw here.
Yeah, or play something where you can directly get your pawn back. Like you could play here and then.
I could record. No, but I don't think he can stop this. So I will first develop and then. Okay, computer, this is the best move. Again, this is too computer-ish. I really don't understand this move.
Yeah.
What if I just develop? This is bad. Knight h4. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, this the point is after this I still have I can keep it this diagonal.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay, this I don't like when they go to some I don't know just many computers move. It it's kind of seem easy to see that we have compensation for them.
Yeah. Of
So
course.
in general, the only move here is to go back.
Mhm.
Also, this is possible if I remember well, but again, you see it's the same position. Okay, even all the minor lines are in the file.
Mhm.
All the dubious lines. So this is in this order, but most of the time your opponents start with the other knight, so this variation is not possible. Now this is doesn't this that does not make this does not make sense because we just can play queen c7 or what we want, even with the threat, and the
Mhm.
knight here is the d5 is not hanging. So this is the main position of the slow Slav. This is the main position.
Yes.
Okay, let's go for the bad moves. As a rule of thumb, when we reach this pawn triangle, we are very safe. Nothing wrong is going to happen. For example, now the same idea is bad.
Mhm.
We just go queen b6, and this position is very good for us.
And if they
Then,
don't exchange, then.
yes, this endgame is a lot better for white, for black. Sorry,
Mhm.
even the computer like it, but it's more than the computer. Uh, we have an active rook. Our pawn structure is great. The bishop is very annoying. Let's say we take this pawn configuration is very good for black.
Mhm.
Why is that? We have, you see, this idea, before ideas. The rook is active, the bishop landing d3.
Yeah.
Let's say he goes this other way. Okay, before this is very difficult for him to play. It's very, and again we have this idea. The rook
Mhm.
again, the rook pressuring here is very annoying.
Yes.
So to take on b6 is always a bad idea. When to take on b6 is a good idea. Let's say if I take, of course I will take with this pawn.
Mhm.
But if I take here, now exchanging is a little more is better.
Mhm.
But without exchanging, this is very good because if we take with the e pawn and we keep this lovely
Yeah.
pawn chain. This is very good for us.
Mhm.
Very, but very good. But a lot better than this position.
But you need
Not that
to keep your dark bishop, right?
my dark bishop and especially the pawn configuration. You see, in the other, if I take with the other pawn, I mistakenly take with this. These two are weak pawns. In this, this I will put it with another color. This these four pawns are an imposing force. It's a very good pawn chain. There are no isolated pawns. You see, this pawn is defending the other brothers. This one.
Mhm.
And we have many ideas. We have the open file. We have before ideas to press here. Also, you see easy development, no weaknesses, and a lot of dynamic possibilities because our
Mhm.
pieces are very active. So
Okay.
we are very happy in this position. So exchanging is very bad. And the other, let's say, endgame idea is to play like this, to try to force us to take. Here the simple queen c2, and we are a lot of better. You know, when they release the tension, now all our pawn breaks are us have no pawn break.
Mhm.
So, for example, whatever he do, we are going to push e5, and we are better. He has no pawn breaks. It's always a bad idea to release the tension, especially with the bishop in c1. I don't know. Let's just play moves, and maybe e5 here, and we are a lot of better.
Okay.
There are also, we have the b6 pawn break. We have the 2 pawn breaks. We have none. I prefer e5, however, and this is always dangerous because of the c pawn is hanging. And if he does not take, okay, we always have this idea. Well, in this kind of position, rook e1, and this evolution to press here d4 a lot. This is kind of a strategical thing. In pawn chains, we always go for the base of the pawn chain. We don't want to pressure this pawn, we want to pressure this pawn. You see, this is our pawn chain. This is our base of the chain. The base is very difficult for him to attack d7. It's very, but this is not that simple to defend. Let's say I will do this. Put the knight on e6, then knight d4, the bishop on f6, and a lot of pressure against d4.
Yeah, and if you can take with a d pawn, then also his.
If I take the d pawn, exactly, the c pawn, everything falls. When you take the pawn, the base of the pawn chain, this is the base, everything is fine. So, queen b3 ideas are very bad, very, very bad. Let's go for other, let's say, bad ideas. If we just develop here, we always start with h6 to give shelter. You know this from the London or any other, because we, and now knight h4 is not dangerous because we can hide the bishop. And okay, these positions are very, very simple for us. Again, it's a London.
But also, yeah, so in this position, like this reroute doesn't work because you got a6, right?
Yeah. This is very, very good. And if he, let's say, to Fianchetto here, it's exactly, this is exactly as London. Let's do some more. You see, we finished the London development. This reroute is very, very slow. I don't think it's going there because this is not a stone where we don't have the pawn on f5. We are going to play knight e5 later. There are many ideas in this position. I like to finish. Okay, I finished development. Now I can play for knight a4, the London style. I can use this other a4 idea. It's also interesting. Also interesting is bishop a3, exchanging these bishops. There are many good ideas. Also the typical, let's say, idea. Let's say he plays whatever many times. I prefer knight e4 here, but also sometimes we take an e5. This is typical semi-Slav, and call it and all your openings. This is an attack. So this, in general, this is very, very good for us. We are playing a London, a very nice London. So there are two main moves in this position. Knight h4 is the best, and bishop d3 is the second best. Let's start with bishop d3. We just take knight d7. Just develop the piece. And this position is very healthy for us because there is only one idea for white, is to play e4. If it doesn't do that, we don't have weaknesses. We exchange our bad bishop. Everything is we defend and nice. So let's say e4. And again, we have a Caro-Kann Scandinavian style of position. We're threatening knight c5, by the way, because the queen is hanging. So let's see, defend. And now c5. This is equal position. Again, it's not necessary for you to remember this. You can play, just develop the pieces and you're fine. But the position is kind of very boring. Okay, we are happy with black, but this is immediate equalizer. This if I move.
Yeah, I understand.
Again, I know it's boring, but okay. See this? Maybe you have some, but it's totally equal.
Yeah,
I don't
think,
either. Boring, very boring stuff. So instead of this boring line, many times the most played move here is knight h4. And now there is nothing wrong with bishop d6, but I prefer a subtle maneuver. Instead of just putting the bishop on this side, we have bishop e4, very interesting move. What's the point? The point is we want to force f3 and then go and claim that the pawn on f3 is kind of weakening. It's better to have it in f2. This is our main idea. If he takes, it's a very bad move because we take with the pawn and the bishop is the knight is kind of trapped. We are threatening d5, winning the knight. So this is black is better. Let's say only move to give one square, but now take. And maybe c5. I don't know. c5. This is coming. The knight still is very bad. This is black is better. So the same thing here is a bad move.
Yeah.
If we do whatever, then we play h6 with the idea to hide the bishop. Okay, he cannot take any because of the same reason, and if he do whatever, we hide the bishop, and the knight on h4 is kind of hanging. So the only move is to play f3, and then we lost. So just see the idea. We can play this right away, or we can first force f3 and then put it in d6. I think that the point here is badly played.
Yeah.
And how we continue this? If he takes, you see now, we are going to continue bishop d6 and have some pressure here. So f3, he will totally prefer the pawn on f2 here. So maybe the best move is queen b3. This is typical, and there is nothing wrong on queen b6. It's kind of an equalizer, but I like queen c7 to play for a win. Again, trying to press here. Again, if he takes, we have some pressure here. It's not that we are winning or something, but again, the position is totally alive.
Yes.
And the most popular move is bishop d2 because he wants to castle long. Castle short is dangerous. So in all these positions, we put the bishop in e7, pointing at the knight. By the way, here also in the 5 they have about this a5 is a very interesting move. But what's the point? Again, we are just theory, and I don't want to see so much theory. Just want for you to try to understand the variation. But okay, we can just develop the pieces and the position is kind of equal. But this a5 is very interesting because if he plays bishop d2 here, he's pointing that he wants to castle long.
Yes.
This a5 is anti-castle long.
Yeah, so if he now castles long, then
a4 and we are kind of winning. Okay, because we cannot go here.
Yeah.
And the fork is coming.
Yeah.
He can. Yeah, resignable. Position resignable. But okay, this is too. Just can't remember this move because he cannot castle. He needs to do something. I don't know. Maybe he have to do whatever. And okay, we have a. No, he cannot do it because this is hanging. Let's say d3. That's a sad move. And okay, we have this pressure against here. Again, we are not winning here. It's just a position, but it's a good position.
Yeah, but now.
Oops. Yeah, I don't want to go a lot deeper because you're going to forget all. Because the theory goes and goes and on goes and goes. But if you understand what is going on, I think it's totally okay for you. You don't need to.
Yeah, I hope so.
Go deep. Yeah, but let's say your opponent plays, I don't know, slow moves. Okay, remember the bishop in e7 to 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 point to the knight. And let's say he plays, I don't know, whatever. Well, knight d4, it's typical. If he defends the knight, okay, this is kind of a concession. Put all the pawns here. In general, our idea, we can just play castle and play chess. But it's way typical to take here and go b5. And a6 and try to play c5 here.
Okay.
Opening the position and all the pawns are kind of overextended. He cannot go long, short, it's dangerous. c5 is coming. Okay, it's kind of a mess, but you see the pawns are kind of...
Yeah.
Again, we are not better here, but at least you know what you are doing. But even if you don't remember this, if you just play chess, you just play normal moves, okay, it's a position. That he put all the pawns here that cannot be that good. Of course, it's not that important also, but it's a position that you can play. Okay, so this is it about the slow Slav. I will go to the bathroom 2 minutes and we continue with the other Slavs.
Yeah, sure.
2 minutes. Okay. I'm back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now let's go for the slow Slav. Sorry, this classical Slav. Instead of b3, knight c3.
Yeah.
Now remember, we cannot play bishop f5. By the way, it's worth noted that if we want to do the same pawn sacrifice, now it's not good because remember in the other line the pawn was in e3. Now this move stopping rook b8 and we can resign also. So
You can resign. No, you cannot resign, right?
Yeah, resignable. Yes. Yeah, this is coming. I'm a pawn down for nothing. Well, maybe I'm not resignable, but almost.
In my case, you should never resign.
No, of course. Even in a blitzkrieg, I will not resign, but
Yeah.
It's a very bad position.
Yeah, I understand.
So, in this case, we take.
Okay.
Okay, now a4 is by far the most played move. Let's tackle a little bit about the gambit. Now we'll defend the pawn like as a lion.
Yeah.
No, there are two ways to play like this. The pawn is going to be forever. We are pawn up for all the game, so he needs to do something. There are two ways. This is kind of the new approach. And this is the old approach. By the way, the name of this is the Tolus-Geller gambit. It was popular in the 60s, but now with computers, the gambits are completely. In the pre-computer era, you can play gambits. But now, by the way, I have a very good weapon against the Moro gambit if you want.
Yeah, you can send me.
Okay. I will send you. It's very simple. Okay, just a side note. I will send you 5, but because I remember. Okay. My plan just is 5 minutes. I will not do it entering it by.
Yeah.
Whatever he plays, my plan is to go. Let's say whatever, and d5. I will play like this no matter what he does. I will play some serious move. So bishop b4. Sorry, bishop c4, typical. Bishop, not, I don't know, let's see, castle. We take, and d5.
Yeah.
And for me, it's very, very simple to play like this. So we always take, and d5. I never found just a way to play against this. It's very difficult for white. I will send you a file that is for this, but this is, I think it's easy, not theory remembering. Let's say, well, this is, I don't know, also typical stuff. Let's take, and d5. And just a pawn up.
Yeah.
Even the computer says 0, 0, so whatever. But for me, I'm a pawn up.
Yeah,
Let's
and if they
pretend.
play rook a1, just cancel, right?
Yeah, I'm threatening the bishop. No, you have to move the bishop.
Yeah.
Let's say he put it there. Okay, castle. Let's say for some reason, I don't know what's happening. Something very bad is happening to us. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So, as I told you last night, it was very cold and I was out.
Yeah, you did a lot of party.
Yeah. So let's say a terrible thing is happening to us. So let's pretend that I don't know. I giving back the phone. Even if he recover the pawn, I can never lose this. So this is a very safe approach. The worst thing that can happen is that he recovers the d pawn, and the endgame is very good for us. But of course, I'm not going to give my pawn so easily. But the main point that this is a very safe variation. I will send you 5 comments. I think this is a very good weapon.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go back for this. Okay, so the slow approach. So the slow approach is to play bishop e2. Let's go first for the old gambit. And this is the starting position. If he just do nothing, our plan is to put the bishop in e7, play a6. Let's say let's try to do nothing. The bishop in b7. If he does nothing, okay, we just develop, and sooner or later we want to play a6 and e5, opening the scope of the bishop, and we are simply a pawn up. This cannot be good for white. This is very bad. So the only chance here is to play a4. Now we play e6, and when he takes, okay, if we take, we lost the pawn, we need to take first, and this is the starting position of the gambit. There is only one thing that you need to remember here, because they play, this is the only move. If they play slow move, bishop e7, and not only we're a pawn up, we're going to push our pawns here. So of course, after developing, so the only chance for him is to go knight d5 with this idea from the thread. So this, they go here, g6. And okay, we need, in this case, we develop the bishop here, but the important thing is that we park our bishop in d5. This is the key move to play this position. We put it in d5, this bishop, because it's defending against sacrifices there, and we also defend the c4 pawn to push. So let's say we whatever he does, we go for this. We go for queen type expansion. We are going to have faster position. You were even winning, almost winning in this position. Let's say he plays, I don't know, whatever. Maybe this, whatever. We'll finish the development and we're ready to push the pawns. I would prefer 96 even if the computer doesn't like. And b4. Okay. I don't think how we can be. What's the compensation we have? Because it's not just a pawn sacrifice. It's why it doesn't mate or whatever. This is coming. Let's say the pawns are coming, and they're coming and coming and coming. Let's say again, I don't know, whatever, they're coming.
Yeah.
So I really don't believe in this gambit. In the files you can study it a little bit more, but I really don't believe in this. I think it's again, if you don't know how to play, let's say, if you panic, you don't know the variation, you kind of panic. Okay, this is very good. He's going to recover, but if you know how to play this is bad. Simply, it's like the Mora. If you don't, maybe I would put again the Mora example. If you don't know how to play against the Mora, the typical Mora position, the typical Mora, let's say, and you don't know how to play this, just play casual moves. I don't know. They do all this Mora stuff. They do this, and you don't know how to play like this against this. Okay, you see, this is very dangerous. This here even without if I like it, but okay, let's put some position. This is dangerous. The Mora players also do the same, and this is dangerous. Well, the gambit here is also dangerous. It's also dangerous if you don't know what you are doing. But in general, it's not that much. And if you just play slowly, to just do the same stuff, to just develop in this particular pattern, and you want to, after finishing development, go a3 and c5, and your opponent. Yes. There's only one trick here. If you go a4, a6, everything defended. Our idea is to play c5 one day.
So you have to play bishop b7 quite quickly, otherwise.
Yeah, bishop b7, castle. There is one only trick here. Okay, I don't want to give you, let's say, a very big open repertoire. In the files you get it, but it's not that we want. We want to understand the position. The only trick if he goes b3 and sacrificing a pawn. Accepting the pawn is the best way objectively, but I think it's dangerous from practical point of view. I think that the bishop will never be alive because c5 is all impossible. And in the long run, there is a even if the computer says 0-0, I think that is dangerous. I think that the b4 move is way more simple way to play. He cannot. Also, the same applies if he go b3 right away. We don't take, and I think again this is dangerous in real life. Computers no, but in normal people yes. So it's the same idea. We go b4 here. If he goes, we go c3, and we are kind of winning with this pawn. So he needs to play e5, and now we play knight d5, just returning the pawn. We do this, and this is a backward pawn. This position for me is simpler to play. I'm going to play later something like this, with a stronghold there, and I love the position. The bishop is very good in this diagonal. Same applies if we start with a4. I think whenever you see b3, you go for b4. So again, if he moves c3 and he's losing. So only move is here, and again you can go for wild complications, but the easiest solution is to play knight d5. Only move is to take, and you return the extra pawn. And again, I like this position a lot. We're going to castle, 97, no? I put a knight there, this is very good. And okay, the position is simpler. This, you don't need to be aware, you see, this position is easy to play. If you accept the pawn sacrifice, the position is not that easy to play. The bishop will never be a good piece. You can never push c5, never. And okay, the computer says it's equal, but of course this is what they want. This is the Morra style. They have they sacrifice a pawn, but have a lasting, annoying initiative. I prefer to return the pawn in a way what we saw. Okay, this is all you need to know with the sacrifice, and then by far the most played move is a4, stopping this, and bishop f5. This is the classical Slav. Okay, let me just introduce you to some subtleties here. Or some, let's say, positional considerations. It's very important that we know. I will put you a very bad position for it. Let's say it is one of the main moves. Let's say we do this, f3 or whatever. This is what we really don't want. This is horrible for us. This is what we really need to avoid. Our opponent having this center and all the 4 minor pieces in the board. If for some reason, you see the evil bar, he's kind of way better. If for some reason, I don't know how to do it. Okay. If for some reason we have the same position, I will just play bad moves just to. Same position, but with less minor pieces, it's not that terrible. It's something I did, I don't know. And this is, everything is okay for us. So if we are going to allow e4, at least we want to exchange some pieces. And other important, because of kind of space advantage. I don't know if you know how the space advantage works.
Yeah, how many pieces control the squares or pawns.
Exactly. The player with less space need to exchange minor pieces. We don't care about rooks and queens. Exchange minor pieces. This 4. The explanation is kind of simple. You see, all are the pieces are kind of fighting for the same squares. It's like you live in a, I don't know, in a 30-meter squares flat. If you live alone, you will be very happy. Well, but if you live with your wife, your 4 kids, it's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
So it's the same. If you have in the other side, if one here, he has a big home, he can live with all his parents, very, very happy. But you have a small flat against a kind of a mansion. So if you exchange pieces, you are comfortable. Other important strategical feature, if whenever he achieves e4, we want to play e5 to stop the pawn center. So let's go for lines here. Okay, there are 2 main moves, this and this. 95. The idea is to prepare this and of course to recover the pawn. We immediately attack this, and now we have to be very careful. There are many ways to play this, but I think the simpler is to play queen c7. What's the point? I want to play e5 no matter what. Whatever he plays, we go for e4. e5, sorry. If we want to play this, e5 right away. And he's not in time to do this. Of course, if he takes, we are very happy here. This position is wonderful for us. I'm going to prove the 8, bishop e4. And if he goes e4, again, the important thing is we don't want the bishop there, because you see the bishop in g6 has no play. So we have this intermediate move, and we put the e6, not there, e6. Now the bishop has some play here, and we're going to continue bishop c5 castle. This is a very good. This is kind of overextended. No? The bishop c5 is coming by force, and castle, and we have a leading development. Everything is So this is kind of simple. The best move is g3 here. But okay, this is a lot of theory, but it's kind of the same. We go e5, no matter what.
Yeah, it's on. Now it's like in Catalan, right?
It's so strange because it's too open. But this is kind of the main position of this. Again, this is kind of too much because this. I don't think you'll get too much this kind of position. But the main point is we want to play f6 g5. For example, I will show you the main line. If you want, we can study it. But I prefer just. It's very difficult to explain all the opening in 3 hours. So
Yeah.
I will skip some parts, but I will show you the main position. Now g5 is the move. What's the point? You see, I'm pinned here. So, but the knight is hanging. So I want to unpin because the knight is hanging there. So g5, if he takes, I win a piece.
So it needs to take
So
a
the
knight.
best move, the best move is to play knight e3. This is theory again, complicated. Only move for me is to take, and long cast. This is the main theoretical position. I can devote 1 hour about this position because there are many things happening here. But maybe I'm not sure if we have the time for it. I would prefer to finish everything. But you need to understand that our king is safer. That's the important thing. Our king is safer. Let's say he goes castle. You see, I'm attacking kind of more easily. So this is not the way they play. They play queen c2. Okay, we take, and we put the king in b8. And let's say he castle long. I think in the long run, this king is safer than this king. In return, this knight is very strong, but okay, here there are many moves here. Bishop b4, a5. I don't want to enter in that much detail. But the most important thing is that in the long run, let's say we play bishop b4. In the long run, this king is safer than this.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not counting now so much. But for example, what's our plan? Let's say he plays whatever. We want to play this, and this, and we have some king side, some initiative against this guy. Of course, he have these two weak pawns. So this is kind of some initiative against the kings, and he have this very nice knight and these two weak pawns. This is the strategical struggle in this position. But again, I don't think that many people in your level is going to know this so much. So I will send you the files and maybe some other ideas. I have some, I guess, I don't know, one Swedish GM explained this position a lot. Maybe I can find this half a video or something. I can find it for you. Yeah. So the most important, because there is very depth, let's say GM analysis. I don't think it's needed for now. So the main point is that after we see 95, we do 97 and queen c7 because we want to play e5. Whatever he do, we play e5. And position is very comfortable for us. So our main idea is to play in e5. The other stuff that is way more popular than this move is e3, just to recover the pawn. And we recover the pawn, and we play bishop b4. Remember, this a4 pawn is very weakening, so the bishop there is very good. And after, let's say, castle, their struggle is if he can play e4. The best move here is queen e2 to try to play e4. Now, again, there are so many moves in this position. Yeah. But I guess the simpler is to go bishop c6. Why is that? If I play any other move, whatever, e4 is possible. Because if I take and this pawn is hanging, he can take this bishop. So bishop d6, and now if he plays there, we take, and we win the pawn. As e4 doesn't threaten our bishop. This is the main point. E4 is not threatening the bishop, so we can take. If you go there, take, and the pawn is hanging. So now you see, it's not that simple for him to push e4, and this is the only plan. So the best move is to go for this bishop. And okay, he takes it. So again, more slowly. Whenever he goes here or we goes here, okay, we just let him to take in g6, and we don't care. Take. And now there is a very important thing. Whenever he pushes e4, we really need to play e5. By the way, there is a nice trick here. If you go e4, knight b6 is kind of a very good move because I'm attacking the bishop and the pawn at the same time. If he defends the pawn, he loses this pawn. Maybe we take first. Okay, and this is falling. So e4, he needs to prepare with rook d1 and queen e7. This is our main setup in these positions. And whenever he goes e4, we go e5. Why? If we just play any other stuff, e5, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's going to
Getting just a lot of space.
A lot of space and a good center. So whenever we see e4, we play e5. And okay, this is the main position. It's very equal. I have this position in my life so many times. I can explain you the theory until move 30, but we don't want that. We just want to. Now, for example, this is the only move. Any other move, we just well, no, here's I don't know. Let's say he takes. Very, very good for us. Very comfortable.
Yeah, and also then we can take the knight, and he got 2 losing pawns.
Yeah, these pawns are very bad, but we take whenever we want. The dark bishop is very strong here, even because if he doesn't play f4 or something like that, he cannot do nothing. So we keep this.
Okay.
Also, a5 is a typical move just to fix these bad pawns. For now, I will just develop. And it's not simple. For example, why we keep this? Because if he goes f4, we have this check. He can resign. So this is very comfortable. So the only move for him, because we also want to take here, let's say he goes whatever, we take ourselves. So the only move is to play d5. And now knight b6 is objectively the best move with a lot of theory. But we can just play whatever we want. And this position is very good for black if he takes.
Really?
This pawn is controlled. Yes. You see, the computer says 0, but it's so simple to play with black here. We don't need theory. That's because knight b6 and many moves, and the theory continues for many moves. But just put it more conceptually without remember theory. This position is very good, very good. By the way, not good, very good.
Even when white has a way better pawn structure, just...
Yes, let me explain. Maybe this pawn is isolated, but it's very difficult to attack and is controlling very important central squares. Which will be our plan here? Plan to play knight c5, knight e6, knight e4. And this square is way more important than this pawn. That is very difficult. In just a weakness, it's only a weakness if your opponent can attack it. It's very difficult for him to go after this pawn. Very difficult. And in contrast, we have let's say whatever. We have very nice dark squares. You see, this evolution is very good. Also, rook here, and this pawn is also weak, the b2 pawn, and it's way more easy to attack than this one. Let's say, I don't know. For example, something like this. You see, the pressure here is interesting. Also, this idea. Also, a5 and the 2 pawns are fixed. This is a very good pawn. Even the computer says 0, 0, 0. I totally prefer black here.
Mhm.
Again, if we can put a knight there, it's kind of winning. So I think even here, instead of rook b8, I just wanted to point out, but knight a6, with the idea to put the knight there is it's very, very strong.
Mhm.
I guess the best move is just to go something like this. And again, you see this. If the pawn is in a2, okay, but the pawn in a4 is very bad for him.
Yeah. I
There are many
mean,
weaknesses.
you can even maybe win a pawn after maybe taking, takes, and here, threatening to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
here and here.
This one, even this one. Maybe he can hold, but yeah, you're pushing again. It's difficult to say. I have a winning position with black out of the opening. It's not happening.
Mhm.
But okay, I think we're strategically better.
Yeah.
Maybe yes, this is
Even
winning.
even
This is
the
winning.
computer wants to hold it. Like,
Yeah, this is winning a pawn, but I think it is petering out. I'm a pawn up, but I don't think we have realistic chance to win. uh, because this pawn is also very weak. I don't know. Let's play whatever. I don't think that we can win this because this is going to fall sooner or later. But of course, if I want to pick one side, I will pick black. I'm a pawn up.
mhm.
But this I don't think it's a very good pawn.
Mhm.
Computer says 0-0, by the way. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe it's just bishop b3. It's equal position. But of course, I am a pawn up, so the only I'm going to try to win is by black. So remember, in this kind of position, I don't care if he takes. I'm happy if he takes, by the way.
Mhm.
And if he does not take, okay, we go knight c5 and a5. This is our setup. We are going to pressure this pawn again. This is very playable. Okay, this is all we need to know about the. Well, let me one extra thing.
Mhm.
One extra thing because whenever in because this is universal.
Mhm.
Whenever he wants to play knight h4, remember we played knight g6. He can play it in many positions. So and maybe we are going to transpose. But for example, if he goes here, is something like this. He can play this now, and we play knight g6, and we transpose to what we saw.
Mhm.
There is only one exception. If he plays here. Now, okay, there are many funny games that go like this and that draw.
Mhm.
But we're going to play knight g6, trying to transpose. And now, if he plays e3, okay, we transpose of what we saw. No? Here, bishop before, and same position.
Mhm.
With the extra thing that we have this open, but I would just play castle and transpose. But there is one continuation if he goes e4 right away. And remember the rule of thumb, we never allow e5.
Mhm.
So we need to play e5 ourselves, and this is a little bit tactical. This line you need to remember by heart. But only this line. All others you can play just like conceptual. But this is something that you need to remember.
Yeah.
Um, so, of course, if he takes, you're very happy. You recover the pawn,
Mhm.
and you're better. So the dangerous move is to take here. We take an e5. This is the thing that you need to remember because it's very sharp.
Mhm.
That is perfectly okay, but he needs to play very good here.
Yeah.
what's the point? If we take here, they have this trick.
Yeah. So you need to play like king e7.
King
And
e7, but we lose this f7 pawn. He takes with check
yeah.
here. This is disaster.
Mhm.
So we need to. This is bishop b4 is the only move for us. Now, okay, there are many ways to play like this position, but let's say this is the more typical. And now we take, and it looks bad, but we are threatening this winning.
Mhm. So you
So
need a
maybe
castle.
yeah, castle, and now before he takes it's the danger, we take ourselves. And now very important not to take this pawn. This is very dangerous with the king here. I like bishop d6. And he takes. There is this check. So maybe something like this. And my approach is not to defend the pawn. You can do it, but I prefer just to give it away. We are a pawn up, but I really don't want my king here. And after this 95, I think that the position rook c7, and it's a equal endgame. And again, this is way too concrete. So
But if you
sometimes
take the pawn on c, then and you get out of it.
it's possible. It's possible. It's possible to take it here. Oops. It's possible, but I think it's dangerous. You need to remember some concrete lines, you see, because he's going to. The king is say here. Okay, it's playable, but it's kind somewhat dangerous. Even there, this is hanging. There are a lot of pieces hanging, and the king is you see is having some initiative here. The computer holds it perfectly. I'm a human player. I don't know.
Mhm.
It looks a little bit dangerous, even if the computer saying it's nothing. I will be a little afraid in this position with my king there and lack of development.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer not to take. The pawn is a very bad pawn also. And this is with this threat. And now you can hold the pawn. You can defend the pawn and try to be a pawn up. My style of play, I don't like that. I prefer just safety. Maybe this or 95 and rook c7, and I cannot lose here. Why I'm going to lose? This is an equal position.
Mhm.
You have two weak pawns. We are even pawns. That is up to you. If you want the sharp ideas, it's up to you. But this is the only line that you need to remember by heart. The
Mhm.
only line. Okay. We are finally going to the last. And
Yeah.
it's all you need to know about these D3 moves. D3 here.
Yeah.
We do the same stuff as usual. And now if he just plays stupid move, remember this h6 move important just to hide the bishop.
Mhm.
And okay, this is playable, of course, but this is nothing. I will show you the annoying move. The annoying move here is queen b3. And we go queen b6. And now after c5, we cannot play queen c7 as the other lines, because bishop f4 comes with tempo. The pawn is not in e3. And this is kind of annoying. It's not the end of the world, but you see the queen in c8 is kind of passive. So after this, we take here. And I will show you all you need to know how to play this again. It's very simple. In a few minutes, you will understand. What's the main point of him? He wants to push this.
Mhm.
And we cannot stop it. I will play, let's say, bad moves. Let's say, oh, I want to stop this. Oh, he go b5 anyway. And after this, b5 anyway, because the rook is hanging. And something like this. And this is the idea. He have better pawn structure. No? Let's say I go here, it goes back, and b4, b5. This is dangerous for us.
Yeah.
He has better pawn structure. The b4, b5 is an idea. This is the main plan for him.
Mhm.
So Instead of this, we are going to go for quick development. Bishop b7. Bishop b7. Now, by the way, after this kind of move, we have bishop c2 winning a tempo, so this is not dangerous. So let's say he pushes before to do this. Okay, now we go h6 because we want to keep the bishop. If he insists, we just don't care, we just cut. Let's say he takes, this is very bad for him. Knight on c6 is nice, very nice piece. Even worse, if he just develop, we take and knight c6, and we are a lot better here in this position. A lot better, not a little bit better. The knight here is a monster. What's our plan? Of course, this is nothing, it's not a fork. If we want to play a6, you hit out, and knight d7 to play b6. Let's say he plays, I don't know, whatever, b6, and we are way better here. Way better. This bishop is very bad in the long diagonal. Will be closed forever. I will play there, the b3 pawn is weak. This other rook is coming here. A lot of pressure here. The bishop is very good also. This is better for us. So remember, all this this b pawn thrust. Remember to play h6. Whenever he moves the pawn, now this is kind of this knight h4 is kind of a threat, because let's say we play, I don't know, castle. This can be dangerous. I want to keep the bishop, so I prefer h6 to give some square. Now, for example, this we castle. We don't develop this one, because if it takes, remember, we go to c6, then we are going to keep it, and b6.
And if nothing happens, then you go to d7, or?
Sorry, if d7 now?
No. I mean, like you said, if this knight we don't develop to.
Yeah, we leave it in the 8.
But
we leave it in the 8.
But if they never do something, then you go to d7.
Okay, we are going to see that. Yes. Let's say, okay, we castle. If he doesn't play b5. Okay, let's say he just do whatever. We play a6. Let's say he plays, I don't know. It's our. We can play b6 here, i6 for example. If we go b5, we transpose.
Yeah.
And if we do whatever other move, now we go d7, and now we have defended the rook. b5 is never possible anymore.
So you just wait, so b5 won't be a threat.
Exactly. We develop, we castle. Now we play a6, and now this is his only chance, last chance to play b5. If he do whatever other move, the b5 is never going to occur, because now, of course, we can take and the rook is defended. So I will show you the best way for him to play this. The best way is to play bishop f4. As you will see, I'm not using files or whatever, because I know this. I played this so many times. I don't load any PGM. I know this totally by heart.
So you're going to be a grandmaster soon then?
No, I quit chess. I quit classical chess a long time ago. My chess story is like this. I played a lot when I was until 18. I was Argentinian champion. I played this world championship in Duisburg, as I told you. This under 18 in Duisburg. I play a lot of grandmasters there. So and here in those days, Argentina, we don't have many ELO rated, because we are in the end of the world.
Okay.
So I played in Europe, and this ELO, this classical ELO, I have 2300 something like that, and never play. Later I start university and quit classical chess, because for here in Argentina to play classical chess, in those days at least, you have to travel maybe to Europe most probably. So so it's kind of very difficult if you're studying a career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Okay.
then I quit classical chess. If you see my FIDE page, I only play rapid now because I play weekend championships because I cannot. I have a life now. I'm not a parent. I don't have kids, and I will never.
Okay.
but, but I have a girlfriend. She's a pianist, so she travels a lot. I have my career. I work in advertising.
Mm-hmm.
I have my degree and I have my life and I like to travel a lot and I don't know.
Yeah.
Chess, I really love it. I studied every day of my life. I really like it. I I I work in a chess magazine from India. They pay me to write articles,
Mm-hmm.
but playing classical chess for me, I don't. It's very difficult. I cannot spend a week in I don't know. And by the way, I'm not from Buenos Aires. Also, I'm from the second largest city. And in
Yeah.
Argentina, everything only happens in Buenos Aires. All other cities are second rate.
Yeah. So when
So
you get to Amsterdam, you can play like a weekend tournament here.
yes, yes. In Amsterdam, I can play. When I was in Europe, I lived 1 year in Barcelona and 1 year in London because of
Mm-hmm.
my studies.
Yeah.
And in London, not much because it was so everything was so expensive.
Yeah.
I was living in a very tight budget. But in Barcelona, yeah, not only it's about partying. Barcelona, there are a lot of chess culture there, and I play a lot of weekend tournaments. But in I have my rapid elo is high, it's 2400 something like that.
No.
And I beat many GMs. You see my my blitz rating here is 2800. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's not that bad. I in this title Tuesdays I beat Aronian, Arabin, a lot of very highly rated players.
Mm-hmm.
Aronian was top player many times. I beat this Arabin guy that is an Indian that have all 27 classical. So I like to play, but it's not my. I don't take it as my way of living. My it's not my career. Let's say I choose another. When I was 18, I choose another stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In those days, living, making a living from chess was very difficult. The
Yeah.
internet was not so spread. There was not chess.com, for example. That doesn't
It
exist.
was hard. Also, no good bots to learn from, like
Yeah, no,
Starforce.
in Argentina in Argentina the only thing that you can do with chess is like teaching because it's if you or you move to Europe, that's as many Argentinian fellows did,
Mm-hmm.
and that was not in my plans to
Mm-hmm.
live in Europe forever. I went for my studies 1 year only, not for chess. And by the way, Barcelona in Barcelona there's a lot of parties. It was complicated to work, study, chess, party, all very difficult to do everything in the only 1 year that I spent there.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
understand.
and okay, maybe I having some regrets because I was kind of very good when I was young. I beat so many games or whatever in this people that are somewhat famous. Belarusian GM that now is
Mm-hmm.
American, and
Yeah.
this is Schulman is the last name. Yeah, he's 2600 year. I kind of was a good player, but okay, it's just nothing. Both of my parents are physicians, and they want. Well, I know it's not. I don't can't blame them. It's also I wanted to have a different life, not a life of a chess player. It's kind of
Yeah.
gambling style of life.
No,
I
no,
prefer something more stable.
no Bobby Fischer with his bottle of whiskey in his room and studying for
No,
18
no.
hours.
Bobby Fischer, there is one of a kind. Most chess players struggle. They need to win these tournaments to get to eat.
Yeah, he too, right? So that's why he
I
hated
think
chess.
yes. I think maybe let's say if you're a tennis player, and even if you're not that good, you know that you are surviving.
Mm-hmm.
In chess, to have a kind of a good living, you need to be very good.
Yeah.
And even if you are very good, or let's say football, soccer. I have some American friends. I hate this soccer word, but let's say football players. Okay, you're normal. You can make a living playing. I don't know, in the B series. But in chess you need to be very good, and in chess you find a lot of strong oppositions. All the, I don't know, Russians, all the former Soviet republic, they have tons of good players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it does not compensate economically to be a chess player. You need to be very good. This is in my time. Nowadays it's easier maybe because of the internet or the chess.com, but in my time it's more difficult. So I choose to study a career. Okay, kind of a boring normal life.
Yeah. It's also like a side hobby for me, but just want to be good at it.
Yes. I love it, but I let's say I don't want to. For me also, playing is the worst part. Playing,
Yeah.
I prefer study or but playing for me, I'm kind of a pretty nervous person when I play.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's enjoyable, and sometimes it's a torture. When you have pressure to win and other stuff. I'm not a competitive. I fail to be Argentinian. I'm not like the football players. They are way too competitive. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm more friendly. And chess is it's such a tense psychological battle. And over the board, chess, of course, not the internet. It's way tense. It's so stressful. I enjoy it sometimes. Other times, I really want to make a quick draw and go to my house.
Yeah.
So okay, maybe it was not for me to be a chess player, all for my character, and also because in my time the money was not so good. But okay, I'm kind of happy with my chess achievements. Still, I know that I can beat, I don't know, any in Blitz, of course. Not in classical game, I don't play as many, but in Blitz I can play whatever. I'm kind of good at Blitz. Okay, so I will then, if you search here, I beat, I don't know, 200 GMs or more in different GMs. Yeah, I have a file here in chess.com with all the wins against GMs, and I don't know, that is more than 200. So, and some of them very famous. It's kind of good at Blitz, and I prefer to keep chess as something like this. I don't give so much classes. For example, you, because you are kind of, your level is good, but I'm very bad to, let's say, if it's a very beginner, I say no, because I really don't need exactly the money, and I just like something like you, that you are kind of a good player, just prepare an opening. But let's say teach the very basics. It's not that I cannot do it, but I'm robbing the person because I'm not prepared for that. There are other players or other people that are more, I know, pedagogical stuff, and they can do it better than me. You don't need to be a good player to teach the basics of chess. You just need to be a good teacher.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure if I'm a good teacher.
Yeah, there are some bad teachers that are like very good, but they don't know how to teach.
Exactly. Maybe they're the very good player, but he cannot teach. He cannot.
Yeah.
He takes for granted that you need to, or he have no the patience. Not with players like you, but let's say players that are really beginners. That for that players, I don't recommend good players.
Yeah, even I can teach them.
Exactly, you can teach a beginner. You can teach if you're a good teacher. you can teach whatever. You can teach Dutch language. You can teach mathematics or whatever you.
I don't think I can teach Dutch language because it's very hard. Even
It's very hard, I know.
yeah, like you need to say something like graafmachine.
Yeah, graag. Yeah, I know that you have a lot of.
Yeah, or school, like school.
Yeah, I when I was in Africa, well, all the people speak English, by the way. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's similar to German, but with some
Mhm.
some difficult, some other complications. So
Yeah, yeah.
this, this, but well,
Mhm.
we have a lot of Dutch immigrants here.
Really? Oh.
Even some, yeah. We have a Van Aken. It's the last name, and
Mhm.
he's kind of a politician. He's very
Ah,
also Van der Kooi. This Van der Kooi. It's a
yeah.
very important people here. All the Dutch
Uh-huh.
ancestors. This Van der Kooi guy is one of the richest in the country. But he's totally Argentinian. He doesn't know how to speak Dutch or whatever. That's the grandparents.
Mhm.
Argentina people from all over Europe come to Argentina in the beginning of the past century. So
Yeah.
we have the Dutch schools. There are schools that teach Dutch even.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we have
Interesting.
immigration from all countries. Okay, so just to wrap this, very simple that the best move, again, your opponent really need to understand this kind of positions, is to not to develop the bishop in g2. The bishop in g2 is always a bad piece because it's biting of granite, and so the best idea is to try to control b5. So this
Mhm.
is the best move. Sorry, h6 here. That's good.
Yeah.
And instead of d5 all this stuff, this is the best move. What's the point? That I want to take and take. So this is kind of forcing me to go out, and now I don't have the bishop in my desired square. So this is a little bit different.
Mhm.
However, after this, I cannot do this same stuff to put the knight on c6, but still I take and castle. And this position is still is kind of okay for us.
Mhm.
He cannot take because, well, we have these kind of tricks. This is a pin, and we recover the piece here. Also, he cannot take with the rook because we take here, and then a check there will be devastating.
Mhm.
Um, so let's say he does something like this. And okay, now this position is strategically very important. If we just play passive, we don't do nothing. He will castle consolidate b4, and he have a better pawn structure. You see, he will play b5. This pawn will be weak sooner or later. So we need to do something. In all these kind of positions, the most we need to achieve this b6 break. So he takes, and we are very okay. But if not, it's dangerous. This c pawn, if he supports it, it will be very dangerous.
Mhm.
So again, you don't need to remember moves or whatever, just plans in this kind of position.
Yeah.
We really want to play b6. b6 is the most important thing. So what's the point? If we play b6 right away, c6 is an iron.
Yeah.
So very simply, we put the rook in c8 first and go for b6.
Mhm.
And after this b6, so c6 is not possible. And if he defends, we have this a5, and this is very good for us. He cannot, let's say, maintain the bind.
But if he just takes, right? Then we take on b4 first, right? If he takes
Well,
b6.
okay. If he takes b6, just simply this, because there is this threat of the fork.
Uh,
We're not in time, but this position is very good because we are going to recover this pawn very easily. And again, you see, always this bishop is very badly placed. With these two bishops are active. and this is very passive. This is the point.
Yeah.
He cannot. We are threatening to take simply. If he push, we can just recover here. Or okay, computer say this very difficult move. I would never take. I will never consider that move. But okay, now we are taking the pawn.
But what does it do actually?
Yeah, it blocks the rook, so I can take the a6 pawn.
Ah, okay.
But it's kind of a weird way to do it. But okay, it's the computer knows. I think that this is simpler to take it. But okay, computer say that this. The idea is that to recover. The pawn is lost, no matter what is our method to take. By the way, it's also threatening here. I understand now. It's threatening here and threatening here. Both. One of them is going to fall.
Yeah, it's maybe a little trick to see your opponent like, oh no, blocked my pawn, and then don't see that their knight is also hanging.
Yeah, and also have this idea. This is a very good move. But computers are amazing. But okay, even if we are not computers, this is what I really want for you is not to think that I need to remember and play the computer move or whatever. We don't care. If you understand the position, it's okay. This position, why is better? Because this pawn is going to fall sooner or later. This pawn here, this is the most precise move. Okay, we will recover the pawn, but just we can recover in a not that subtle way, with not such level of precision. But the pawn is going to fall sooner or later.
Of course.
And when it falls, this bishop is very bad, and the two bishops are very good. This is simple. That is why we are better. Such simple as that. This is a very bad bishop. It's never going to need. Even e3, d5. It's very difficult for him to find diagonals. Our rooks are ready to use, and all our pieces are good, and this is a bad piece. This is simple as that. You don't need to, I don't know, remember this knight a3 or moves. It's just understand. Okay, this is a nice move, by the way. Very nice. But even so, a5, and we broke this. This is the thing that we need to. Of course, this we take first this, and this is going to fall sooner or later. So this is the main point that we need to remember. If our player, if the white player, this is very positional stuff. If you like positional chess, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
So h6, remember to give this square. So this is a threat, we go here. So the best move is not b5. b5 is always kind of bad. The best move is h4, stopping d5 ideas because we want to play e3, and this bishop uses it in this diagonal. So we just castle. a3, a6. No, b5 is never going to happen. But it's not the end of the line. And then I say, oh, okay, he never could play a5, b5, so these pawns are kind of weak.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but his plan is to do this, and this. And put the knight on a5, and this could be annoying because he's trying to press here.
Yeah.
So we are threatening this move, so bishop e2 is important for him. And now the important thing is when he achieves this, we want to play rook b8 to defend the pawn, and not rook a7. Let's say whatever. Okay, you want to play rook b8. Now the bishop is there, but rook a7, the rook is very passive there, and it's not going to leave this a7 square anytime soon. So to achieve rook b8, we need to block this diagonal. So we are going to play rook e8, bishop f8, and e5, and we are just in time.
Yeah.
And put the rook in b8, and this is more or less balanced position.
Yeah.
We're going to play slowly but surely, try to untangle to stop this. Remember, this bishop very important because if not, we have knight h5.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, try to untangle here. and and okay, so we have these ideas. Kind of also we can play this on g5 to stop the pin, and it's more or less balanced position. And it's again all you need to know about these g3 endgames. Again, if it doesn't go for this endgame, if we just do nothing, it's not that this sorry, it's not that this is bad, but this is boring. Then it is nothing. There is one very boring line that is this. If you want to play e4, we just let him play e4. And again, this is very boring. It's playable, but it's very boring.
Yeah.
And this is nothing. Even the lead, I prefer a little lead black because the d4 pawn. I will just try to play again d4 pawn. I don't. The bishop again is not knowing nothing here. The only idea to have some play here is queen b3. Okay, this is all the variation. There are a lot more, of course, and we can go deeper and deeper and deeper. But I think this is a good intro. I will send you a lot of files.
Yeah.
And if you want to go deeper, we go for this. Let me show you as a side. How do we play against the London and this line and maybe the call, everything. I can also send you a file of all of this anti.
But I think it's not that bad to go in my Grunfeld right now, right?
No. I find it dangerous. By the way, this I find a little bit dangerous.
What is
maybe this
yeah.
I find it a little. This I think that I have some dangerous initiative. No, I'm not saying that this is bad for you, but yeah. 95. This is theory. I don't remember. What?
Yeah. So I have to go here.
Yeah. How do you, I try to remember this?
Yeah.
I guess it's no, remember the theory.
Yeah. So I think I will go like this next one.
Yes, d6. Okay, I'm not an expert in this line.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not 95 here. Maybe it's not 95. I remember I have some vague memories that they placed this.
I mean, you can, and then when I do this, you go back. It's because you want to get my knight on a better bad place. So now I need to go c3, go back, but
yeah, you can play this, of course. This d5 ideas. I get also against this. You can play against these d6 ideas. It's okay. Okay. So we skip that, but we cannot skip the English, for example. This is a little bit different.
Just play the Caro-Kann against it.
Yeah, if he goes e4, it's a Caro-Kann. Oh, you can play e5. It's not a Caro-Kann, but yeah, but this is one particular. It's not exactly Caro-Kann. Also, it's Caro-Kann, but not. This is one particular Caro-Kann that I don't think is dangerous. I don't think this is particularly dangerous. The most dangerous thing against the Caro-Kann is, of course, the adverse variation. This is the most complicated. And in this move order, he cannot achieve this. If he goes e4, this is a particular version of the Caro-Kann that is not dangerous. So most.
Normally I play like e5 against c4. So reverse is
okay. So if you play e5, it's even better. So we don't need but still against the red. What do you play here? Knight f6. Okay, now after this is a Slav. If you want to play it.
Yeah, I mean.
There is one little perk here. If he goes d4, it's a Caro-Kann. If he goes e3, again, this will transpose to a Karakam.
Cargo,
To a
yeah,
Slav.
Slav.
But there is only one line that we are going to see. Only one. It's d3 here. This is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
This can be a little bit dangerous in this move order. For example, if you go just this, it's particularly dangerous, this variation. You would check. Only move this g4 move is very annoying. Now threatening the pawn and h4. This is very good for white.
Yeah.
You never take these positions, it's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and okay, there are tons of theory in this variation.
Yeah.
So I prefer a very simple variation here, that is to take. And what's the point? Okay, he just develops, and we put the bishop on f5.
Mm-hmm.
Which is our plan here? Our plan, let's say if he castles, is to play a6. e6, sorry, and take the knight on a3. If for recover the ball, he needs to play something like that. So let's say he do it. We just take, and very important, we put the bishop on e4. And this is very good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Opposing the bishop here. Also, we have queen d5 ideas. Okay, this is a healthy pawn up. But the most important thing that you need to remember is whenever, this just not to try to do remember theory. Whenever you see a knight on a3, you just take it, and we put immediately before he can play knight d1, we put the knight there, a bishop there. So he moves, we exchange the dangerous bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to this extra pawn, he cannot play d3. Another possibility, if he, for example, plays a4, okay, we don't care, we just take here. And again, this idea. Okay. The extra pawn is interesting. And very, very important to remove this knight and put the bishop in e4. This is the main thing. So he cannot move the knight. This is the main point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very simple to play. There is one problem, let's say. What if he plays knight a3 before I move the pawn? This is the instead of castle. Now we have a very interesting move that is e5. I will send you files, of course, of this also.
Mm-hmm.
e5.
Just to give the pawn back and then take on a3, or?
Exactly. If he takes, this is losing. Because take, and oops. He loses a piece. I win swords in breeze in this fashion.
Yeah.
So after e5, this pawn is taboo, so he needs to take the other one, and then e4.
Mm-hmm.
And after knight h4, bishop e6. Let's say he moves. Okay, knight f6, and I really like this position for black. I was telling our plan is queen d7 and d5. Very simple. This knight is out of play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say castle, queen d7, d5 is the idea. f4 is the only move on bishop c5, and I love this position.
But it's not trapped?
Hmm?
It's not trapped, then this knight.
No, c5 is winning a piece. If he this no square.
But after this you said, right? f4? Oh wait.
Yeah. No, g5 is not possible because he takes.
But yeah, even if you take up a son, then yeah, it's not good.
And he goes back.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We want that bishop there forever.
Yeah,
So the best move is bishop c5 with the idea to take one day. But okay, he's threatening f5, no? So this we pin here maybe. Still he can play this, but okay. I really like this white black position. This pin here.
Mm-hmm.
So here knight h4 is a bad move. The best move is knight e5, and then even the same with white bishop e6. We threat of f5, f6, winning a piece. For example, if he takes f6, and one of them is falling. So, well, there are several ways to play this position. Maybe this, well, f6 is the best move, but it's complicated. I prefer just to develop the piece. And we have a position.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have it's a position. That's chess. We play chess. So this is a good weapon against this, and we just totally finished the Slav. Okay, the Slav in a kind of in a short way. 1 extra 3 hours, and we have it. But at least it's, I did my best to cover all the possible variations.
Yeah,
but with the files you will get it. I will try to send you some videos or a lot of material just for you to cover it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to keep the training, we can finish it. And also, by the way, I found in your variation, I found also some videos and stuff that are very instructive in the accelerated dragon.
Yeah.
So I will send you all the material.
Okay. No, that's great.
And you can reach me all the time if you if you have some doubts or whatsoever.
Yeah, sure. It's okay.
And if you want, we can play some blitz by not this one that you saw yet, but the Queen's Gambit if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but not this 3-0. That was too
too fast.
I promise. Sorry. I need to shut down the classroom. If not, we will be cheating because we have a computer, eval bar here, so you cannot mix both. So I need to shut down the classroom. Yes.
So need to send you one, or
if you want, I'm not good at. I guess I learned. So, but yesterday I found there are so many options.
we can just do 3+2, and I play black, so I can.
And do white. Yes.
Oh, white.
Oh, okay.
I think because we did the Slav right now, we can do a Slav.
Okay, but the Slav it's kind of too fresh for you, but okay.
Yeah, but I need to, you know.
I prefer that you see the files or whatever, but okay, try to remember. Okay, this is the silver.
Yeah, so, okay, now you did go there, so I can go here.
Very good.
Just 4 knights.
4 knights, exactly. And this is the kind of the starting position.
So.
And remember, E6 and bishop D6.
Yeah, so.
E6 here. That's
E6. Yeah, I was also looking at A6, but.
Yeah, it's possible. It's theory, but the line we were going that we study is with E6. And remember, and bishop D6.
Yeah.
And we claim that the C8 bishop is not inferior than the D3 bishop.
Yeah. So now maybe A6 first. I think I play.
I will prefer castle. Just do the. In chess, there is a concept that first you do the moves that have no options. For example, then you see that you need A6 or not, because this is not annoying at all. So you just first castle bishop. You do the move that have no options. For example, I need to castle. So I just I will go whatever. And bishop d7 is a move that you really need to play. So just start with these ones. Then you consider if a6 is good or not. Okay, this is. For example, I will now. For example, I have some ideas against b6. So I will totally prefer the pawn on a7.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world, believe me. But these are in general. Remember, moving pawns in chess you need to be very, very secure about it.
I don't know if this is a free pawn or not.
I have b7 also. But
If I take on a2, then you take on
yeah,
b7.
it's not a bad move. No, I will play rook a1 intermediate, then I take on b7.
Rook a1.
You go back, and I take on b7, and I go back to c5. He's kind of okay for you.
Yeah, or maybe I can play... No, I cannot. Can I? Maybe I can also do this?
Yeah, this is the more simple. And again, these positions are quite, let's say, boring.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, it's just okay.
Yeah. So... let's go here.
Yeah. In general, I don't think that this exchange variation is good for white, but it's very difficult to play for a win with both colors.
Mm-hmm. Maybe... you can play like h3 here or something.
You're threatening a fork in d2.
No, I'm threatening nothing.
Knight d2. I'm threatening with a fork.
Yeah, you shouldn't know that.
Yeah, you are threatening. So I need to be a little bit careful. If I'm still let's play safe.
Playing it safe. That's not.
Yeah,
fun.
I have some interest. I had some complicated stuff, but let's play it slowly.
Yeah. Maybe... I don't know if this is like weakening my position, but...
No, but this is the best move for sure.
Good. Then I play.
You get a good position, we see, without too much complications.
Maybe just I don't know if it's good move or not. Yeah, it's still too loosey time. Still have no time.
Oh yes, you didn't put the increment?
I did. As this with increment, but it's only 2 seconds, so it's not that much.
It's not that much.
Yeah, I have to take here, I think.
You see, it's maybe I have a tiny, but very, very tiny extremely, because okay, I can claim that you have a bad bishop, but again, it's okay. Let's try to do something.
You're not giving me anything, right? Okay, then I'm gonna cut my king somewhere.
This is totally equal, but okay, let's try to do something.
Maybe... I don't care. I need to get rid of it somehow. So, trying to get my king in there. With 5 seconds on the board. Can I go anywhere? Maybe get my best pawn too?
No.
Oh no. Shit, I don't have any time. Okay, I cannot let you go near my beautiful pawn.
Exactly.
This is not good, and I lost some time.
Yes, you see. Okay, maybe I not play the most dangerous variation, but still you need to be very confident in these clubs, because this is always kind of boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play for a win with black, it's very annoying because you see it's nothing. It's all
Yeah.
nothing. But okay, it's solid. Okay, let's if you want, just play another.
Yeah, sure.
And
Just one more.
put me on the black side.
Yeah, so like the Queen's Gambit, right? Then.
Exactly.
Let me see. Challenge. 3+2. With white. Without rating. This.
Now we have the
Yeah.
okay.
But you said they never take with a queen, right? I had played
Never,
like
never.
yeah, I played like 3 blitz claims and 2 of them took with a queen.
Thanks for the queen.
Yeah.
No, this is a very bad move.
Yeah, I know, but some people are bad, you know.
Yeah, but you're going to improve your elo, because your blitz elo is kind of low for your level, because I guess you mainly play rapid.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Now it's difficult. Do I play knight f3 or
no. Remember our idea was always want to control the b8, b1, h7 diagonal.
yeah? So it's really
Very good. Now let's say I do this, and now remember why we kept the knight in. Very good, awesome. Okay, I will play bad, just for, or not exactly the best, just for you to develop the ideas.
yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Wait, yeah.
Always for space. Very good. Yes, the pawn is better in h5 than h4. And very good. Yeah, you remember everything. Okay, yeah, this is a very good position for white. Still, it's not winning.
So, do I now go for this attack, or maybe I just go for the...
You have many ways to play this. Of course, you want to go for the attack, but you can play it in many ways.
Yeah, so you said I go for the attack, so...
Yes.
Maybe now just play f3.
Very good. For me, this is the best move, stopping knight e4. That is kind of... Let's say I go here. You have a choice.
Maybe... Yeah, so I want to go crazy. I like that. So... Maybe... I have different options. I can maybe go g4.
Yeah. g4, queen f. But the main point, g4 is good coming for sure. Then you need to decide if you are going to castle long or put the king in f2. This is the main. Both are okay. It's just a matter of taste.
Yeah,
Castle
so
long.
sure. I think I should move my king now first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's castle long or king f2. This is both are good. Computer guess likes more castle long, but both are okay. It's just okay. Now you're ready to g4, g5. So it's, let's say I play developing. Okay, I need to. It's not that simple. Okay, you're better, but it's not that simple.
No, maybe just I can also play on like maybe the e file for. Oh no, it's not good.
Yeah, it's a good move.
Maybe just. Maybe just first take with this.
It's kind of not sure if I got this.
I should have played king b1 first then.
Yes, and okay. After this, I will show you how to. But I will put up a new.
So
Because
maybe just not getting your king anywhere, queen anywhere. Oh no, okay, it's fine.
the d4 is defended. Yes.
You don't want to trade, that's sad.
Because my king is kind of in a bad situation.
Yeah, I know. So,
oh, sorry. A knight e6 is coming. I need to kind of knight e6, rook e5. But let me because this was very interesting. How do I do this? Train. Okay. Just a quick look to this game. Here in WhatsApp. Because this attack, you don't need this.
Yeah, maybe it should have played queen b first. Yeah, b1.
You don't need to go for this rookie one that I will show you. Just we analyze this and we are done. I send you a link.
Yeah.
Okay, so very good, very perfect. Okay, here this is a bad move.
Where?
This here my move knight f6, but this is the move that your opponent is going to play, but it's a bad move. This is the good move, knight e7. Why is that? Because if I go for the same variation, let's say I do the same. After this, I will develop my knight to e7, covering f5. I know this is kind of subtle for your opponent. So I just play the logical move that is knight f6, and went for this line that you are going to face many times. So I thought that it was important for you to understand these positions. Okay, this is perfect. F3, I totally like it. Long castle, it's okay. Oh, maybe I deviate. Okay, rook e8, whatever. And now you really never like this because knight is defending e3, and e4 is a never good idea. You don't need. You really. I guess. Okay, this is okay. The only way that you can make progress is bringing this. You see, when this is okay, well, not only openings in chess in general. Unity, yeah, king b1 is important. You always do that. But
so maybe
let's see, whatever. But the most important thing is that you identify the pieces that are not doing nothing and try to improve them. This is very important. So that you see that this knight, for example, is not doing nothing there. It's totally controlled. So this idea is very interesting. Improving a lot that knight. And kind of the queen is running out of squares. Another important and interesting idea is to push f4 and g4. remember that d5 is our pawn thrust, and with the knight there, it's impossible to perform.
Yeah, so better to play G. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know what's exactly the best computer move here, and we don't care. Well, in this position, e4, but okay, okay, rook b1. Okay, let's stay here. E4 is impossible. So okay, I don't remember how our game went. Yeah, you play this. Yeah, now e4 is never possible. So, but very important, rook e1 is never. Okay, knight h7 is the best move according to computer, and now this is the best move according to computer. But we don't care about computer. Our plan is to try to push g5, even sometimes with sacrificial stuff or no sacrificial. But okay, rook b1 is always an important move. Let's say I play what? Well, I'll say I play this, as in our game, to stop e4. Now you see the computer saying that my idea to recycle the knight is the best. Because okay, we want to play g5, even sacrificing one day. Even sacrificing because we take, and then h6, opening everything. But in chess in general, it's important to identify the bad pieces and try to improve it. This is a bad piece. It's not doing nothing. You're totally controlled. So before starting our main attack, we do step by step, we improve our pieces. In this case, this t3 knight. This is very important for you. So just I will stop the computer because we don't want it move by move, because this is tactics. That's in strategic long-term plan. Of course, you put whenever you castle long in any variation, rook b1, king b1, sorry, is a nice move. Then g4, then this is a possibility. I will play that moves for black. I don't care. Okay. So this is an idea. Of course, this is the other idea. You can play f4, g5, for example. So remember, you don't need to rook here because the knight is defending f3 and e3, sorry, you see? So you don't need to secure. e4 only play if he's kind of winning. Maybe here because there is no knight.
Yeah.
Maybe here it's possible. But in general, only play e4 if it's kind of winning or your opponent is catch and war. If your opponent plays good, you could never put a knight on f6 like I did do. e4 is never a good idea. It's kind of opening the position when you don't need to. You have total control of the center. So you need to go focus on the king side. So this evolution is interesting. f4, g5 also interesting. If we achieve if we let's say if we play g5, this is almost mate. He can resign.
Yeah. Okay.
This is very important. You see this? e6 and it's mate.
Yeah.
And remember this pawn. Then, as he can never kick this knight that is defending e3, we don't need to defend the pawn. So these are the main ideas. Also, if you want to go really crazy, you can play g4 in one go, just threatening g5, you know, even without castling and stuff. Yeah. I really like this. I also like it. Because even these positions, you're okay.
Yeah.
Even oh, sorry. Even in endgames. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. Even in endgames, let's say, I don't think that this is good, but even in endgames, this is dangerous. The attack is dangerous even without the queen. Of course, I play kind of bad move. Yeah. But even here, let's say you, for some reason, you get an endgame. This is very dangerous for him. Even the d5 here is dangerous. This is well, here I win in a pawn. No, it's too. So. But even in danger, the f5 knight is good. In middle games, end games, whatever, this knight is very annoying. This is a very good piece. So this is just, it's not necessary to burn your bridges in the attack. If for some reason you go for an end game, this knight still, I won't put the evil right here, but your black is white very well. Yeah. Just trust the f5 knight. It's going to win you the game, even if it's not a mate attack. Okay. if you want, maybe tomorrow, not so early. Let's say 10. We can play many Blitz games. I will send you the Slav game, and you will play many Blitz games. But of course, I don't charge or whatever. But please not at 7 a.m.
Okay, I understand.
Around this time, around 10 p.m. here, it's 3 p.m. in your country.
Yeah.
Then we can play some Blitz tomorrow.
Yeah,
Just Blitz, not just. So we, of course, with the audio, so we can discuss it.
Yeah,
So with that, we're wrapping up all the openings, and then we just with analysis we do this.
Yeah, but not when Argentina is playing.
No, Argentina is playing Sunday. Sunday, don't even send me a message.
Yeah. Sunday, you need to.
Concentration.
Yeah.
No, but tomorrow I kind of free at the morning. So if you want, not 7 a.m. just 3 p.m. your time. Just send me a message and we play some Blitz.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And I will send you the files. And when you see the files, any doubts, you let me know. I will try to send you all the material, even some videos or whatever.
It's okay.
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 Hey,
see you tomorrow.
See you. Bye.